It's a rough look, but look at that. What do you think, guys? Look at that. Let me just tilt that on one side for you. Just move. Looks pretty cool. But look at that. Yeah, I've made the right decision. Comment down below if you think that is what's going on this build. Here you are, you've got your centre caps here in the past week. As you've seen earlier in this weekly recap, that is the finished result. But yeah, that's all we did in that one issue, guys. But the end result, check out the full video, guys. This is what we have now for the internal details, the interior, and that's what we did at the outro shot at the end. But let's have a quick look through these instructions, what we actually got up to. Hey all, welcome back to the channel, Rich43. Hope you're doing good, guys. Hope you're well. It's that time again, the weekly recap. Now I've got a lot to come on to the weekly recap this week, guys. As how it's fallen, I've put a lot of videos up, shorts up, so I'm not going to hang about. If you've not already subscribed, guys, you know what to do. Subscribe, like, also comment and share. Press that bell notification, you'll always be notified with anything I put up on the channel on your devices. But yeah, it's a busy one this week, guys, so without further ado, let's crack on with the weekly recap. Okay then, guys, so getting straight into this weekly recap. As you can see, there's a lot going on here. First of all, earlier back in the week, we did the regular hardware, where we did one of them, should I say. I basically completed this trim, this rim, did the other side of it, and decided I was going to use the regular hard wheels for this build. So the last two issues, should I say, further in the week, further back last week, it was all about finishing one of the regular wheels and applying the tyre on to the regular wheel. So what I had to do is, these are the easy wheels, guys. See if you can see a difference. I think you can if you really look. I mean, look, there you go. Originally I was going to use the easy wheels because it was too much stress to do these regular hard wheels, but then I had a little tip off one of my subscribers, my viewers, how to do these easier. I took that on board. I put that in the video, guys, and explained to you guys, if you're doing this build, how to deal with them. The regular hard wheels are a lot easier and less stress. So check that out on the playlist and you'll realise and know how easy it is to do these if you do that little tip. I'll give you what I got off one of my viewers. So yeah, back to what I did this week in the weekly recap. I basically applied another tyre to the regular hard wheel by taking it off the easy ones, because we're not using them now, guys. Not going to use them. I'm going to put them to one side. Applied the tyre to the finished regular hard wheel, and as you can see, we now have two regular hard wheels, what we are going to use. And before we move on to what was more recent yesterday, the rear chassis, I'm going to try something. I'm just going to look and see how this looks. It's a rough look, but look at that. What do you think, guys? Look at that. Let me just tilt that on one side for you. Just move this out of the way. Now, just imagine there's a tyre on that. You got that. Looks pretty cool. But look at that. Yeah, I've made the right decision. Comment down below if you think that is what's going on this build. Here you are, you've got your centre caps here. They're magnetic. They do repel. You have to find the right position for them, and they will attach like that. But that's what's going on this model, guys. The regular hard wheels. I love that. That's popping. I am glad I have chose the regular wheels for this build, guys. I think it's just too worthy of not going through, should I say, the stress to make it pop. I mean, as you could just seen, let's just get this steering column okay. As you've just seen, the easy wheels do look okay, but now these are going on this build. But anyway, that was earlier in the week, which is up now in the playlist if you want to watch the full video. The rear chassis. All we had to do is apply this to the rest of the chassis and attach it with 6 screws. It was a pretty quick issue, but look how it looks now. And now you're starting to see the actual size of how big this thing's going to be. Love it. And it's going to be even bigger than that, guys, because if you imagine, once you put the panel on, it's going to extend a lot more than that. So yeah, as it's a 1.8 scale build as well, so it's going to be pretty big. But that was the DB5 this week, guys. As you can see, we did a lot, and I treated you guys. I've been asked to do more videos close together rather than one a week, so I did that. And this week we have had 3 issues of the DB5 from Agora Models. In the video I put up yesterday and the early 2 in the week, I have put a link in the description down below. So if you want to get this for yourself, guys, check it out. Any of the builds I'm doing on the channel, I do try and put the link. If it takes a while, it's because I forgot to do so and I'm in the description. But any videos I'm doing, guys, check out the description. You'll get the link, whether it's Hachette Partworks, Fan-Am, Agora, and then you can try and get these builds for yourself as long as they are being continued, depending on when you're watching this video, guys. But yeah, for the weekly recap for the DB5, that is it. So you've had 3 issues this week. You're all up to date with that now. Again, watch the full video if you want in the playlist of anything I'm doing in the weekly recap. They're all there up in the playlist on the channel, guys. And if you subscribe, you'll get notified every time I put a video up to do these builds. That was the DB5, and now we're going to move on and see what was happening with Dom's Charger. Then, guys, so Dom's Charger, the Fast and Furious Dodge Charger RT from Fan-Am. Let's take a quick look through the mag before we get to see what we built this week. And guys, it was a quick issue, but the whole playlist of everything we've done so far with this build or any other build up on the channel is all in my playlist, guys. And you can find it and watch the full videos if you want to do so, rather than just watching the quick recap. But this is just for you guys who've got a busy life and you ain't got time to watch for whatever reason in the last week. There's what we've been doing. We'll go back to that in a sec. But yeah, this place for you guys, the weekly recap, is if you've got a busy lifestyle for some reason that week, or you're continuously busy and you just want to quickly just see what's been going on the channel, this is for you guys. But obviously, if you want to watch the full build, of course, go to the playlist and you'll be able to see what's been going on and see this in its entirety. Easy for me to say of what's been going on. Right, this week then we was assembling the battery holder, which I'm just reaching up now just to get down for you guys. So all I was doing is basically inserting nuts, screws, etc. And then this here was the finished result. That's where your batteries are going to go. That's how it looked before it was sealed. Let me just turn that back. Basically, this part here is this. What's been put into this part of the panel, which is going to go onto the rear of the car, guys. And this is going to hold the batteries. And that's how the finished result looks. There, you've got the battery cover, which now is sealed on there again. Check out the video, guys, if you want to see how this looks through its stages and how it was to build. It was a quick issue. It wasn't strenuous at all. It was a matter of putting 4 screws in there, 2 screws in the switch there, and now we do have the switch, as you can see, and the wiring to start off. This wiring for this car, which has working lights, sound effects, so it's going to be pretty cool. And the next coming issues, I would have thought this is going to be attached to the chassis, so stay tuned for that. And of course, subscribe and press that bell notification. You will never miss out anything I'm putting up to do with Dom's Charger or anything else on the channel. And if you want to get this for yourself, when you watch the full video, look in the description. There'll be a link for the Fan-Am website. So that was Dom's Charger. Pretty quick. Let's move on to the Titanic from Hachette Partworks. Yeah, and also in the past week, guys, obviously there was more Titanic from Hachette Partworks. So let's take a look through the mag. And coming up in the next week, as you're watching this, the week coming up, guys, commencing issue 96, and we're doing the next keel section. And we're just basically attaching that keel section by the looks of it. That's going to be a pretty cool issue. So yeah, we did issue 95 in the past week. Let's have a quick look through this mag. And again, as I keep saying, if you want to watch the full video, look at the playlist, guys, and you can check it out. And there's a link in the description down below where you can get this for yourself. But back to this week, what we was doing is we had the keel section and bilge keels for the hull. It was a pretty quick, fast issue. All we had to do is attach these two bilge issues to the keel. All you had to do, guys, is make sure you had the port forward and starboard, and make sure you put them on the right side. And that was the finished result, which is this part just here. And that's how that looks. Pretty cool. And that's plastic, you know. That is all plastic. I'm not sure if it's got metal inside it. It's got a bit of weight to it, but the outside feels like some sort of plastic. But guys, that was the finished result for the Titanic from Ashford Park Works. Now, let's move back to Dom's Charger, because it was a double issue this week what I did. I put 2 issues up. So let's have a look. More of the Dom's Charger. Okay then, guys, so yeah, there was a double issue of Dom's Charger. We had a triple issue of the DB5, so we're cracking on with these builds. So yeah, Fast and Furious Dodge Charger from Fanon. Let's take a look through the mag. Again, these was 2 quick issues, guys. It was about the battery compartment, really. But I did 2 in a week because we've got to get through this, guys. We've got to get it done. I've had another delivery as I'm talking now today, so they're coming through thick and fast. This was the first part of the battery assembly holder. As you can see, there was not a lot to do. So this was the first Dom's Charger up in the past week. And all we had to do is what you can see here. Hardly nothing. It was basically putting a spring onto a screw into the battery cover. But as you can see here, this gives you a nice little insight of what we're going to get from this build. We've got speaker holes, you've got the engine block there, you've got, this is where the battery pack's going to go as a fuel tank. Well, that's where the battery's going to be. So you can have sound effects, light effects on here, the lighting will work. It'll be pretty cool. But what we had to do is, as I say, put the screw in with a washer and a spring, and that was it for that video. But at the end of the 2 videos in the past week, as you've seen earlier in this weekly recap, that is the finished result. But yeah, that's all we did in that 1 issue, guys. Pretty ridiculous, that, really, but they've got to make the money, ain't they? It was just that part we did. And then in the 2nd issue of the last week, we attached it to that part there. And that was the final result and the finished result of Dom's Charger for the past week. And there will be more coming up in the next week, guys. So stay tuned for that, and subscribe if you're not already. Press that bell notification and check it out in the description of the full videos. There will be a link to the Fanon website where you can get this for yourself. So that was Dom's Charger done for this week. So let's move on to the Millennium Falcon from Fanon. And here we have the magazine, issue 28, which is what we did in the past week. Let's take a look and see what we did. Usual brilliant content, guys. And guys, if you've not got Disney, get Disney. They've got the whole of the Star Wars franchise on there. It's brilliant. If you're a Star Wars fan, I'll love it. And here he is, R2-D2. Top news in the past week, guys. R2-D2 is coming back. It's back. You can pre-order it now. I'm sure you could get it pretty soon with the next coming weeks. R2-D2 from Fanon. I'm really contemplating, guys. If you've been watching the channel, you know me. I did start to do this many years ago, 4 years ago, with another company. What was doing to that time, but with one thing and another, I never had the funds to pay for it. I think upstairs in my house, I have got 60 issues, and it's a part-built robot, but I couldn't get it from that company I'm on about, and I'm not sure if Fanon would start it from that later issue, so I would have to start it all again. Fingers crossed it will come to the channel. But anyway, back to the Millennium Falcon. I would love to bring R2-D2, and I think in the future the X-Wing will be back as well. I just want to go, I want the Millennium, R2, X-Wing, anything Star Wars, guys. But anyway, back to the past week. We was assembling the port corridor. It wasn't such a bad issue. It was pretty quick, to be fair. But the end result, and check out the full video, guys. This is what we have now for the internal details, the interior. And that's what we did at the outro shot at the end. But let's have a quick look through these instructions, what we actually got up to. all we had to do is fit some cushions to the port corridor. So we had some sprues. I'd already cut these cushions off the sprues, ready to put in the arches. So the pads had to go in the arch, and then that had to go into the corridor. And then that was about it. We assembled the corridor, put the ring on the end to keep it all together. I decided to glue that part there, that part of the passage corridor, but do not glue, guys, if you're doing this with me. Do not glue anything else together. It tells you just to lay it together. Don't screw anything, don't glue anything, because at this time it's going to keep being deassembled and assembled. So just put it together and just see what you've got, which is what I did. But this piece here, it kept falling apart, and I'm not sure we're going to have to take this apart. So I just glued the roof and the floor and these walls together just to keep it secure, basically. Yeah, so what I'll do, stay tuned to the end. I'm not going to get it down just at this second. As you can see in the picture, that's how it looks, but stay tuned to the end of the video, guys. I will set this up on the outro video and you can see exactly what that looks like. Pretty cool. And of course you can watch the full video in the playlist on my channel right the way through and see how that looks, and obviously get into the description down below and press the link and you can get this for yourself from Fanarm. So that was the Millennium Falcon. That is all the builds done. Now we're going to move on to Elvis shorts and my bloopers. Also this week, guys, we had our Elvis shorts, which there was 2 shorts. I put a bumper issue, guys, because the week before it was the Euros, it was the football, and I know that's no excuse, but I never put a short up, an Elvis short on a Sunday, which I try and do every week. So yeah, the past week, guys, I put 2 Elvis shorts up. I think it was in the matter of hours as well. There was both black and white ones. There was maybe a few bit of pictures of colour in there as well, and it was the legendary couple, my opinion only. I think a lot of others as well. Elvis and Priscilla, and there's some beautiful pictures, guys, which you're going to be seeing down here and here now. Should be popping up on the screen anytime now. Elvis and Priscilla with their wedding day, and they were so much in love, guys. And the first short, which was I've Got a Woman, brilliant song. Check it out, guys. If you're an Elvis fan, check out those shorts. That was the first of the Elvis shorts. I've Got a Woman, and then as you can still see here, guys, around about here now, they're still playing. The second one was Just Pretend. Love that song. Love that song. Yeah, so it was all about Elvis and Priscilla this week, guys, these 2 shorts, and I think they was pretty cool. And the views we got and the likes we got and the subs from it, I think that showed. So yeah, that was the last week's 2 Elvis shorts I did for you guys. Wicked. Loved it. As I said, I always put a short up every week, guys, on a Sunday, but one thing or another, I didn't do one the week before, so I thought I'd treat you guys to 2 special Elvis shorts in the past week, and hopefully, yeah, you know there'll be another short coming. You're watching this on the Saturday, I hope, this weekly recap. Tomorrow, guys, on the Sunday, there'll be another Elvis short. And also, finally, in this weekly recap, there was a My Bloopers. Now, guys, if you've never watched these and you're just hearing it first on this weekly recap, take a look. It's just a bit of fun in the corner of my channel where I mess up. We're all human. I'm human, I'll admit that. And it's just things like where I do outtakes, where I've done something wrong, whether the lighting goes, the sound, or I swear, do swear a lot, but I bleep it out, so don't worry if there's kids watching this this channel, guys. There's no swearing, I bleep it out, but you know what I'm saying. Check out My Bloopers, my outtakes if you want a bit of fun, nothing serious, and have a laugh on me, guys. It's just the mistakes I make with all the videos I'm doing. It's just normal, it's going to happen, and I document that and put it out on the channel. It's not every week, I'm getting better, but every time I've got enough content, maybe 4 or 5 minutes of outtakes and bloopers, it comes up on the channel. And obviously in the past week it's come up on the channel, that's why it's in the weekly outtake or the weekly recap. So just see I've done another one there. That's why it's in the weekly recap. But check it out, guys, it's in the playlist, My Bloopers. I think there might be about 8 or 9 videos of that, I think. Don't quote me. Take a look at the playlist though, and you will find them if you want to watch that. Yeah, you've seen it at the bottom of the screen, properly down here, of me making mistakes. But the full video, guys, is up in the playlist. But that is it. It's been a busy one. I've had a lot of videos out this week for the weekly recap. I do hope you've enjoyed it, guys. If you do, remember to give us a big thumbs up. And if you're not already, subscribe for more, guys, and press that bell notification. You'll always be notified with either my weekly recap, the bloopers, the Titanic, the DB fight, anything anything. There's lots going on the channel at the minute, guys. And also, I'm trying to edit this massive vlog I've got of Amelia Rose and the Ponies. It is coming, guys. Just bear with me. Just that busy making videos, editing videos. It will come to the channel, and I'll let you know when it's coming on the channel, so you will be notified, especially if you press the bell notification. It's all free, so subscribe for more, guys, and remember to give us them big thumbs up at the end of each video. Would really appreciate that. But for now, guys, the weekly recap is done. There'll be more weekly recap next week, and there's going to be more videos coming up over the next week, so there's lots going on. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all the subs, the comments, the likes. Do really appreciate you guys. But for now, take care. I'll see you next one. Peace.